You're out of budget. If you keep hearing this, or worse, you're ghosted after sharing your prices, do not panic. And whatever you do, do not lower your prices. In this video, I'm going to show exactly why this is happening and how to fix it so that clients stick around no matter what you charge. So I was chatting with a couple photographers recently, and both were dealing with the same sort of frustrating problem. One kept hearing over and over, "We love your work, but we're sorry, you're just out of our budget." And the other kept continuously getting ghosted right after she would share her pricing. So naturally, both assumed it must be a problem with their prices. And I said, not necessarily. But before we can fix a problem, we first need to figure out where it's actually coming from. In this case, you might wonder, is it your pricing? Are you just too expensive or even too cheap? Or is it possibly what you're saying in that first email? And for sure, these things definitely play a role. But what I've learned in coaching hundreds of photographers is the breakdown in our process actually happens way earlier, long before the sales conversation actually happens. So if this is something that you're experiencing as well, if you're getting ghosted when clients see your pricing or they say that they're going a different direction, it's not necessarily your pricing or something that you said wrong, but instead, you might want to take a closer, deeper look at what happens way before all that. And here's really what's important thing to know when it comes to price. The amount of money that people are willing to spend is in direct correlation to the value that they perceive. This doesn't mean that what you have, that your work, that your art isn't valuable. What it means is you might not have done enough to showcase that value in the eyes of your clients, in the way that they really see it. And if you're waiting to the sales stage to try and do this, you've already lost the client. Most value is actually built way earlier in what I call the attraction stage of a potential client's experience with our business. It's built through our portfolio, through your branding, through your marketing, through your communication, and all the ways that you increase desire and decrease any worries or friction around booking you. And when you have a strong attraction system in place, it creates what I call glue. Glue is what makes clients stick around. Glue is what makes clients say, "I need you," even if technically you're our budget. And glue has this sort of stretch factor to it that actually works in our favor. It's what makes a client say, "Well, we only budgeted $5,000, but we can make the $7,500 work because we're 100% sure you will be so worth it." Now, there's a lot of ways to build this glue, and in fact, it's a whole art form, which is why for the photographers that I coach, we spend several weeks in this one area alone to really dial in your attraction, your messaging, your marketing to be super sticky to your dream clients. But for today, let's break down the 3 essential layers of glue: desire, resonance, and credibility. Because when you master these 3 things, clients will stick around regardless of price. The first layer of glue is desire. Even if you're a beginner with 0 experience, you can actually start building demand that positions you as the most desirable option your dream client is considering. Not just liked, not just capable, preferred. So if you're getting inquiries and you're hearing you're out of budget, here's what that actually tells us. You've done enough marketing to create some attention, but not preference. They're interested, but not attached yet. That's why all of this is actually a desire problem, probably not a pricing problem. So how do you actually create desire? There's many ways, but one example is with your portfolio. When used as a strategic tool, you can significantly boost desire without taking a single new photo. The goal isn't just good photos, but the right photos. Images that speak directly to your dream client in a way that stops their scroll, makes them lean in and think, that right there, that's exactly what I want. And if you're not sure how to do that, I actually have a full free class called the Premium Portfolio Workshop that breaks down exactly what premium clients are actually attracted to in your photos. I'll link that up below. But here's the important thing to know. Desire is built long before somebody ever reaches out. And it's often where photographers lose potential clients before they even get a chance to sell. That's why desire, I think, is the most important layer of glue. If you don't stand out as the preferred choice, price naturally becomes the deciding factor. And competing on lowest price is a race we do not want to win. So when you focus on building desire layer of your glue, clients won't just see you as good, they'll see you as the one. The second layer of glue is resonance. This is when a client feels a natural pull towards you, not just liking your work, but really feeling like you're their person. It's the difference between she's talented and I can't imagine working with anybody else. So when you get this right, clients will stop seeing you as a replaceable service provider and really start thinking of you as somebody that they trust, the one that they feel safe with and really want specifically. And this matters because people don't ghost people that they feel connected to. But the sneaky thing with this one is most photographers are already going to think that they have this nailed. So they might think like, well, I'm good with people. I'm a super friendly. I've got this part. But in order to be successful in business, it really requires us to think differently and do things outside of what we already know. For instance, you might already know that in order to build resonance, some of the ways are through storytelling, through sharing your values, through showing more you, the person behind the camera. And this is important, but there is a business nuance to doing this well. Resonance isn't just about sharing personal details. It's also about building what I call an emotional bridge. And here's how this works. On one side of the bridge is your dream client with their fears, their desires, their questions. And on the other side is you with your experience, your values, your unique approach. Most photographers stand on one side of this bridge and shout across, "Here's my story. Here's what I believe. Here's my process." But your dream client, they can't hear you. They're too busy worrying about all their own stuff. So instead, you have to walk across the bridge to their side first. You have to say, hey, I know you're worried about feeling awkward on camera, and I know you want photos that feel authentic and not posed, ones that truly reflect you. And I know you're also overwhelmed by all of the decisions. And then once they finally feel seen and understood, you can invite them across that bridge back over to your side. That's resonance. That's meeting them where they're at and then bringing them to where you are. When this layer of glue is super strong, people don't disappear without a word. They communicate, they follow through, they actually care because people might buy photos, but they invest in relationships. The third layer of glue that will eliminate ghosting once and for all and get you more of those dream photography bookings is trust. Now, watch how you reacted to this one because most photographers will also mistakenly think I'm trustworthy. So I have this, but we're talking business here. So think of every client as a brand new relationship. And these clients have been hurt before, or they've heard horror stories from others. I mean, we can all relate to having a bad experience in business, right? These experiences tend to live in the back of our clients' minds as they're considering their options. And hey, like you and I know that you're a good person, but you're a stranger to them. They don't know you. So you absolutely must master the art of earning trust with every new client. Trust is really the ultimate currency when it comes to converting somebody from an inquiry to an actual booking. And the more trusted you are, the safer it's going to feel for somebody to actually say yes. So this trust layer is built in a number of ways, including showing people how you work and what they can expect when they do choose you. Remember that at higher price points, especially, clients aren't just buying talent, they're also buying peace of mind. They want to know that they're not going to have to worry, that they can relax, that their memories are in expert hands. So this is a large part of what will make people want to spend more. So as with all layers of glue, this kind of trust is built long before somebody ever reaches out, and it actually starts in your marketing and then continues into the sales process, especially with how you communicate and use social proof. For that, there's actually 6 kinds of social proof that I recommend photographers have in place, and I'm doing a deep dive on one of the most powerful ones next week, where we're going to be talking all about how you can use testimonials more strategically in your marketing. So if you want a link to watch, comment proof below, and I'll share a link. And also be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of the videos in this series dedicated to helping you get more bookings with clients you love. Now, when you have all 3 layers of glue in place, desire, resonance, and trust, you're going to create the stickiest super glue ever, where price stops being an issue and clients can't imagine choosing anybody else. So here's my challenge for you. Stop redesigning your pricing PDF for the 20th time. Start obsessing over what comes before the sale. Build your glue. I promise it will transform your business. And once you do have clients sticking, the truth is a lot of photographers are actually leaving money on the table still because of how they price and package their work. So that's why your next step is to watch this video here, where I break down 3 of the biggest pricing mistakes that are likely keeping you poorer than you should be. I'll see you there.